shit.
He just hit stuff. That's about it.
Let's make this quick. Le'Veon Bell dropped the teaser for his upcoming album. It was a video of him rapping, and he posted a simple tweet of a trash or a flame and asked for serious opinions only. So one opinion came in. It was Keenan Allen of the Los Angeles Chargers, who basically said, "I'm sorry, bruh, but this ain't it." Le'Veon responded by saying, "Bro, if you was a real friend, you could have just texted me this instead of saying this." And a whole little mini Twitter beef ensued. So do you got to take her a tangent on Bell and Allen beef and overall just Le'Veon's music?
The only running back who's a good rapper that I acknowledge is Arian Foster.
That's it.
2.
Hot take.
2. Le'Veon Bell's a trash rapper. 3.
Cole Beasley will bother him.
Are we just going to have to go try to get Cole Beasley?
We really are going to have to try to get Cole Beasley on here.
I like them at SMU. I just don't like SMU receivers once they get to the league. I don't know why. Anyway, 3. Number 3. I really like Keenan Allen. I've never had a reason to dislike Keenan Allen.
Other than he's a Charger?
I can overlook that. He was a 5-star recruit.
Because they play in the South Bay?
He run...
Conflict of interest?
No, he plays at Cal State Dominguez Hills. He plays at Cal State Dominguez Hills.
Damn, you are not on your toes today. I got you twice in the same show.
My ankle
never
hurts.
happens.
My ankle hurts. He plays at Cal State Dominguez Hills.
All right.
Shout out to all my people who are graduating from Cal State Dominguez Hills.
And Cal State LA. Shout out to my girl.
Shout out to Cal State.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to Cal State
and
LA.
And CSUN. Well, psych.
No one likes Fullerton. No one likes Fullerton.
Oh, yeah, but I'm not salty about it.
Shout out to me being the only intern from CSUN at my Tavis Smiley internship years ago, and everybody else was like seniors in their last semester at Fullerton.
All right. Big Ben Roethlisberger ended his weekly radio show where he called all of the players, and it basically became an issue. You got to take our tangent on that.
Ben Roethlisberger and Aaron Rodgers should probably go have a beer together, but I think
they would have a great podcast.
But I think Aaron Rodgers
would have a great podcast.
He would hate Big Ben and realize Big Ben's probably stupid.
Yeah, I could see that.
He would end up hating. It would turn into...
he went to Miami, Ohio.
Miami of Ohio.
Oh, I forgot the of. Was that blasphemous? I'm sorry.
Yes.
My bad.
The University of Miami in Ohio. Which I don't know why that's a thing.
All right. Next one. The Arizona Cardinals have basically said they're in no rush to trade Josh Rosen. They said, reports say, they're willing to take Kyler Murray and still keep Josh Rosen. You got to take her a tangent on that?
This is like when your side chick is perfectly comfortable. No, I'm not going to gender base this. This is when...
Are you growing up?
Yeah. I'm graduating in 6 weeks. Come on, man. This is like when your side piece will stay your side piece, and both of y'all are ready to convince your main chick. No, this is like that light-skinned chick who...
metaphors are not on point today.
Never mind. No. Because the one I was going to come up with one, but I realized there's a real one out there. That light-skinned chick who kept saying that her boyfriend was cheating, and then she called the girl up, and the girl was like, because she paid the girl $50 to have sex with her boyfriend, and the girl was like, actually, I lied. I didn't really have sex with him. I just told you that, and it made her look stupid. She's like, I just told you that because honestly, I think you ain't shit, and I'm a much better woman than you are, and I think me and him should be together. I was really just trying to snake him from you, and then she hung up, and she just felt stupid. You got to see it. It's on YouTube. That shit is hilarious. This girl...
All right.
That's literally what the scenario is. Like, oh, I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too. And then the person who I'm totally cheating on is going to be okay with it. Yeah, because that works out. Yeah, that totally works out. This is totally going to work out for Arizona. This is totally going to work out.
Yeah, I'm just going to say with this.
The only thing better is if they draft Nick Bosa and have him and Josh Rosen be dorm mates.
I'm just going to say
talk about conflicting
this is a
ideologies.
whole shit of smoke between hosting Bosa for like 4 different interviews. I think this is either saying, hey, we don't really care what we get for Rosen. We're going to make the trade when we have to make the trade, and whatever we get is what we get. A.
That's nasty.
Or B, we're really not drafting Rosen and we're drafting Bosa. Because they're just blowing smoke up our ass is basically what I'm saying.
I kind of hope they take Bosa.
Yeah, there could be it's going to be
Josh
crazy.
Rosen
If
and
quarterbacks
Bosa,
go in the draft like crazy fast, there's going to be a bunch of defensive players like at 4 and 5. Like elite defensive players. Like 3 Bradley Chubbs.
Nah.
Last year.
Nah.
You think Chubb is better than everyone coming out this year?
Yeah.
Wow.
Except Allen.
Really?
Allen's the best player in this draft.
I don't think so.
Who do you think is the best player in this draft? Don't say Bosa. Don't say Quentin Williams because you don't believe it.
I would say Sweat outside of the Hart thing.
You only say Sweat because he ran a 4.41, but you weren't saying that beforehand.
Yeah, but the whole Senior Bowl, he dominated the Senior Bowl. He basically dominated the SEC, which for some reason is everyone's favorite football conference.
Who dominated the SSC with 17.5 sacks or 17 sacks?
Josh
Allen. He had 3 sacks against Penn State in his final collegiate game.
I guess. I definitely think Josh Allen is like the second or third.
He was a 2-star wide receiver who learned how to play defense.
But if you would have asked me in 2014 if I thought Khalil Mack was the best player in that draft, I wouldn't have said that either. Only because I'm biased against edge players coming out of college who don't have a defined position.
Khalil Mack had a defined position. And he was
a linebacker. He was a full-time linebacker. He was a linebacker. He was a regular linebacker.
He was a defensive end, bro.
No, he didn't.
He played defensive end against Ohio State and shitted on.
He played literally across the front 7, but he was primarily a linebacker.
I'll give you that.
All right, and the last one I wanted to say, Sean Merriman is launching a MMA promoting company. I think their first fight is in May, and Merriman has no plans to get into the ring at the moment, but he said he could if the opponent is right. So do you got to take her a tangent? Huh? Sorry.
Are the lights out yet?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's a good way to end that. Let's just move on. All right, on that note.
Andre Hall retired.
Yeah, after beating cancer, which is good news. So that's our good news story of the week. And also, Michael Irvin is also cancer-free. So shout out to him, even though he's had his fair shares of controversy over the years.
That's the nicest way you could put that.
Always good to see someone beat cancer, regardless.
No, he had a cancer check to see if he had it, and he was clean, so he didn't have.
You're right.
It. Don't put that on him.
You're right. Because his father died of throat cancer, so he was concerned when he basically lost his voice and never got it back. All right, so last note before we picked up the call with Sean, I wanted to talk about Russell Westbrook's kind of tribute to Nipsey Hussle, someone who comes from the same area as him and what he's meant to him. So I'm going to play that clip.
I told you it was going to happen at the end of the show.
I'm going to play that clip, and then I'm going to give my monologue / unnecessary toughness monologue, and then you can give your monologue, and then hopefully we'll end the show within the next few minutes so I can go home and not get my ass beat.
Do you need help, Pete?
This is Russell Westbrook after his historic 20-20 game, 20 points, 20 rebounds, 20 assists.
I think he had 21 assists.
The first player to do that since Wilt Chamberlain. And, yeah, there's been, 57,000 games between then and now, according to Rachel Nichols in The Jump. So, yeah, that's how rare this is.
20 plus 20 plus 20.
The overwhelming, man, is unbelievable to go out and humble them. Grateful for the game, man, but that wasn't for me, man. That was for my bro, man. That's for Nipsey, man. 20 plus 20 plus 20. They know what that means, man. That's for my bro. Rest in peace, Nipsey, man. I'm just thankful to be able to go out and compete at a high level, man. Thankful to have these teammates. Thankful and humble to be able to go out and play the game I love.
Yeah, man. On that note, that's something that I've talked about a lot over the past few years. You know, I really follow and believe in cultural icons, celebrity figures, people who transcend what they do as their craft, as their living. And Nipsey Hussle was a part of that. You know, I remember discovering Nipsey Hussle in 2009. Him and J-Rock and even K-Dot at the time. Kendrick Lamar, formerly known as K-Dot, whatever you want to call him. And those were kind of the next guys up. And for me, it was all about J-Rock and Nipsey. I didn't even really care for Kendrick until about 5 years later. That's the truth. But I just really rocked with Nipsey because his flow was similar to what we knew from the G-Funk, from the West Coast era, but at the same time, different. And learning more and more about Nipsey over the past few years as I've, you know, put myself into Los Angeles and Angelino culture and learning about how the moves he's made in the community and the moves he's made against the music industry and against all these corporate industries trying to basically keep all of us individuals and independents down. And it's like, how could you not believe in Nipsey? How could you not love Nipsey? How could you not feel like a piece of you died when Nipsey died? Because Nipsey was advocating for the independence. He was advocating for pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. He was advocating for not just doing that, but doing that and then allowing that to be a platform to take care of other people. Take care of the people you care about. Care about the people in your community. And musically, man, like everyone talks about, especially this last album, because he kind of signed a distribution label with a distribution agreement with a label. So right. this past album kind of got more marketing, more cloud, more professional than his other past movements. And so everyone wants to talk about the tracks that he's on Victory Lap. And even the past two projects before that, Slauson Boys and Mailbox Money. But for me, man, when I think about Nipsey, I always think about the Mailbox Money mix. I always think about Bullets Have No Names. I think about Baron Davis's documentary, Made in America, with We Gang Banging on it as essentially like the intro song with J-Rock and Nipsey on the remix. That's what I think about. And I think about Crenshaw. I think about how he created a value of releasing 1,000 mixtapes for $100 just for people who really want to fuck with him and donate to his cause. Like no other reason than that. Just to do that, just to see where his real followers are, really cultivate that is beautiful. And obviously it's had a profound impact on Kenny. It's had a profound impact on Russ. It's had a profound impact on music, sports, all across the world. And you can see that. Like, it's one thing when celebrities die and you see all their fans and their stands come out. It's another thing when you see a cultural figure like Nipsey and you see the mayor of L.A. coming out and releasing a statement. You see Vince Staples saying R.I.P. You see Snoop saying R.I.P. You see East Coast rappers. You're literally seeing people from different generations, different political ideologies, different bureaus, neighborhoods, all united under Nipsey. And just to see that kind of figurehead gone is like devastating. And hopefully somebody can come up and fill those shoes, but I don't know. So Kenny, go ahead, close it out.
Thank you for that. And just an FYI, please don't ever say pick yourself up by your bootstraps ever again. I hate that phrase. Not your fault. I just hate that phrase.
I mean, we're bootstrapping this podcast, so
better than bootlegging it. But anyway, to kind of even go back further to touch on the whole Nipsey thing, people who grew up in the streets or around the streets not disassociating myself